Action! Welcome to Hot Ice. Welcome, Mintzy from Omaha. Obviously, Carl here in Chicago. Big Ev. Quick vibe check, boys. How are we feeling? How are we feeling?
I'm in Atlanta right now, and I will say I have a couple confessions to start the show off with. One, this is a confession. This is an observation. It is hot as shit in Atlanta at the end of June. It is 95 degrees. It was 90 degrees when I landed last night. My flight was delayed about 4 or 5 times. Finally got into town, and the real confession I have is, boys, I'm sorry, I'm not wearing pants. I know you
Oh,
can't see
nice.
that. I'm currently. I just got out of the shower. Me and Robbie have a very, very packed day. We have a lot going on. We're doing some behind the scenes stuff with some fighters, and obviously it's a stressful day for them. They had weight cut and all stuff going on this morning, so working around their schedule. But just want to get that off the top, so we all know where we're at. I have no pants on right now, boys.
Just took mine off. And quickly, obviously, no, Rico's not with us today. And in the spirit of Hot Ice, we still got Rico picks. We carry that with us. We love Rico. We can't wait for Rico to be back on the show. Mintzy's joining us live from Omaha. This is huge for us. If you know, Ole Miss is in it. Mintzy, the big headline for me coming into this, I had a couple ideas. Maybe we talk about Kyle Farnsworth and him, and then I look you in the eyes and I see you in the Ameristar hotel room that I know so badly, and I know what you're going through. And the only thing I want to talk about right now is Ole Miss College World Series, man on the street. Give it to the people.
Boys, okay, early game today, 4 o'clock Eastern. Last night, there ain't no getting around it. It's a tough spot. Ole Miss has got to bounce back and hurry because last night, Arkansas was up 3-1, bottom of the ninth. If Ole Miss wins, they're in the national championship series because Ole Miss beat Arkansas Monday, and Arkansas had to win twice against Ole Miss. 3-1, bottom of the ninth. Ole Miss got the bases loaded with nobody out, and Arkansas brought in a lefty, Zach Morris. He struck out Hayden Leatherwood. He got a pop-up from McCants. Justin Bench had an RBI single. And then freaking Jacob Gonzalez, Ole Miss star shortstop, ripped the liner right at the left fielder. So brutal that if it was a hit, it would have won the game, and Ole Miss would be in the title series. And now here we are today against a bitter rival in Arkansas who has a phenomenal program. There's a lot of hatred on both sides just from SEC West stuff. I got a little hot water for a comment I made post-game the other night where I said some things about their fan base in the heat of the moment. Whatever. I don't care. It's all on the line today. Ole Miss and Arkansas both throwing aces. Dylan DeLucia for Ole Miss, Connor Nolan for Arkansas. As far as bullpen depth, Arkansas is more burned because they had to play an extra game coming out of the loser's bracket. So I think Ole Miss has the edge in bullpen depth. Ole Miss is plus 104, Arkansas minus 132 today. Look, DeLucia's been hot. I think you give me the Rebel Ace at plus money. I'm taking it all by side. Anybody that's followed me in this NCAA tournament, I've been taking the plus money the entire time, and for the most part, it's worked. I'm up like 50 units. I've lost the last couple of days. Lost yesterday, whatever. So, only thing mentally for Ole Miss, gutting loss last night, quick turnaround today in the heat. Why the hell this game is being played in the heat, Ev? Backing up what you were saying about Atlanta, it's hot as piss in Omaha. Why is this not a night game? I have no idea why on earth they're making this game be 3 o'clock in the heat. Stupid.
TV.
NCAA can suck it on that. But there's hardly any pro baseball tonight. You could have had it tonight. There's no NHL Stanley Cup game. Ratings would have been huge. But whatever. First world problem. Ole Miss is one game away from playing for their first national championship ever. I'm edgy, but I am fairly confident. I feel better than I should about it.
So big question from Omaha. All right. So especially for outsiders, something you don't know about this place is the fan perspective really impacts these games. So you'd say like, well, Stanford, traditionally, they're a great baseball team. When they go out to Omaha, they'll be lucky to have 40 people sitting in the stands wearing the uniform. I'm curious, Mintzy, what's the atmosphere like when you have such two SEC programs? Arkansas was so hungry to get out there last year and they failed. Ole Miss is such a surprise this year and they made it. Like, is it a 50-50 thing? What is that matchup like from a fan standpoint?
Well, so Fayetteville, Arkansas is a 5.5-hour drive to Omaha, and it's 12 from Oxford. But so the first game Monday night, I'd say was 55-45 Arkansas. But all the Arkansas fans must have gone back to Fayetteville because last night was 75-25 or 80-20 Ole Miss. It was a straight Ole Miss home game in there last night. And I was sitting on the 30th row in the Ole Miss section. There was a guy to my right that made me look weak. This dude started every cheer the entire game, and this dude did not stop for 9 innings. It was a world class. I mean, it was a master class show. I saw him after the game. He'd lost his voice. I've never seen anything like it. And so, man, the Ole Miss fans are super engaged. Look, let's not kid ourselves, Carl. I mean, this year's been going 22 years with Mike Bianco. Made Omaha once in 2014. Ole Miss is, one of the top 5 and the top 3, top 5 in attendance every year. Our fans love college baseball, as does the state of Mississippi. Obviously, you saw how big it was last year. Mississippi State won. I mean, everybody's here. Everybody's all in. It is what it is. I mean,
so can you take me through your day today? Right now, it's 10:38 Central Time. What time's the game? How much time do we have? And what are you going to be doing beforehand?
Well, I actually got a blog up a second ago because I'm not necessarily the best blogger, but whenever you got viral stuff like this, you have to. It's your job. So I got a blog up. Doing this show, I'm going to go run a 5K in the gym in a minute, just because I'm anxious and get the sweat out, all that. And I'm doing good. I've exercised every day but one so far, and I'm on. And then I'm going to go to lunch with some of my good friends, and we went to Plank, the seafood restaurant, on Monday, and we won, so we're going there again. And then I'm going to get to the game early. Shout out Kyle Peterson of ESPN, who does our college baseball. He sent me a super nice DM last night saying, I love what your passion does for college baseball and your passion for Ole Miss. I'd like to meet you before the game. So I'm going to go in there and say hello to him. And then I'm going to have my happy ass in that stadium in my seat in row 23 and section 107 in the heart of the Ole Miss fan base at least an hour before the game. We're not stressing. We're not doing anxiety. It's the biggest college baseball game of my 22 years of being a fan. We're going to be in there. We're all in. And, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's all I'm on here.
We're obviously cheering for you, Mintzy. And just for the record, for people who aren't aware, Kyle Peterson would be like Kirk Herbstreit. So that's a big deal. Credit to you for all the work you're doing. In the game we do with content, I think, Mintzy, like these are the sweet parts of this job, is getting out there and really getting to do stuff like this. You're doing a great job. So let's hammer home real quick though. Are we all riding Ole Miss plus 104?
Yeah, no, we are. And listen, people want to say whatever to me. I didn't bet Ole Miss last night. I did not like Ole Miss in that game last night. Ole Miss was minus 120. Arkansas, it was a matchup of like the back end of the pitching staffs. I thought Arkansas had an advantage. Ole Miss lefty Gaddis actually pitched really well, 5 innings, 2 runs. I didn't like Ole Miss last night. Arkansas is a hell of a program, and I knew they weren't going down without a fight. It was going to be a battle. But you give me Ole Miss at plus money, and also big thing with Ole Miss, very left-handed lineup. Arkansas threw all lefties last night, which gives Ole Miss trouble. Connor Nolan's their ace, but he's right-handed. Arkansas is out of lefties in the bullpen. They gassed everybody last night. So I think that's a big thing for Ole Miss. And also Ole Miss, big-time senior leadership with Tim Elko, Kevin Graham, and Justin Bench. I think that helps them get ready on the quick turnaround and disappointment from last night. No clue on over-under. It's 10.5. Over-under real quick. I bet under Monday, and it was 13-5, and I bet over 12.5 last night, and it was 3-2. Don't know. So staying away. We're just taking the reps.
And, Big Ev, I'm just curious your perspective, like when you experience something like college baseball, I know you're a sharp bettor, and then you get all this insight. So, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are following this that kind of fill into your shoes where, like, you get a little bit of taste of college baseball. You like these storylines. How do you approach a game like today? It's obviously these are huge implications for college. This is winner go home time at Omaha for a chance to go to the national title. It literally doesn't get bigger on a baseball field.
Well, for me, I think I got lucky where I was on I started betting. I really got into the super regional, and really for me, I got lucky. I got in Oklahoma early, and they just got hot, and I just kept kind of riding that horse. But now they're not playing anymore, so I kind of started doing the same thing with Ole Miss because they were in the same boat until last night, where they just kind of kept winning. So I did bet Ole Miss a few games before. I bet Ole Miss last night. I'll be on him again today. If he tells me we got an ace on the mound plus money, yeah, I'm taking my shot. They lost one game, but they've been like Ole Miss has been red hot. From pretty much the super regional, Mintzy?
Yeah, from the regional.
They've been winning games.
Ole Miss, until last night, Ole Miss was the only undefeated team in the NCAA tourney.
There you go.
That was it. And last night, they could have easily won. Whatever. Don't want to make excuses. They lost. Arkansas got it done. Props to them. I do feel like I reiterate the senior leadership on this Ole Miss team brought them back from the dead when they were 7-14 in the SEC. They faced more adversity this season I mean, everybody was out on Mike Bianco. They thought the coach was going to get fired. They're here. It's another adversity spot, but I believe in the leadership. I think it's a big thing.
It's great stuff, man. That's great insight, Mintzy. Again, good luck. We're all cheering for you. This is we do Major League Baseball gambling here, so we are gonna touch on that for a second.
I got a few. I can't prepare. I got a couple. I got some underdog picks.
No, hey, you are probably one of the most well-rounded sports fans I know. And Big Ev, I just want to let you know, like, if you hear me calling you the jockey, it's just because you just ride, man. You just fucking ride. I mean, you are literally you are the big jockey. So, like, if you hear me calling you that, and I'm the only person in the world calling you that, and that's our special thing. It's in my head right now. The big jockey, fucking riding Oklahoma, but we do like Ole Miss plus 104. Let's go to baseball. Okay, dog of the day. I'm gonna go back to the big jockey. Big Ev, who's your MLB dog of the day?
So mine today, this is classic Jockey Ev. I'm going back to the well, and I'm riding the Cardinals again because the Cardinals are just a good baseball team. They're good to me. They've been playing well against the Brewers, and they're plus money today. And quite frankly, I don't understand why. Because I think they have the better pitcher on the mound today. I understand they're the road team. I imagine that is why they are the underdog. It makes sense on that regard. But they're just a damn good baseball team.
Yep.
Like I said, I believe that with Hudson on the mound, they have the better pitcher going today. And I really don't understand why they're plus money. They're not huge plus money. I believe they're plus 105, 110 range, but I'm taking them here. I love the Cardinals. I'm not addicted to gambling. I'm addicted to betting on the Cardinals because I love the St. Louis Cardinals. Had to do a little responsible dance around that one, boys, for the Gamblers Association back home. But I love the Cardinals today plus money.
Mintzy, what do you like?
I got 3 underdogs. I'll just kind of run through them and why real quick. Colorado plus 128 against the Marlins. I like C.J. Cron's just a monster, and I just think that's a good price in that game. I like Cleveland plus 116 with Plesac. I don't like the Twins pitcher today. I think he's a little weak. I don't trust Smeltzer. I think Cleveland's going to score some runs there. And then this is going to be a controversial one, and Ev may laugh, but I just think that Houston Yankees line's a rat line. I don't understand why Houston's only plus 108. You know, the Yankees have won every game forever. But then you look back, and Houston's kind of had the Yankees number the last few years, and that line looks a little ratty. And Valdez pitching for Houston, I got a little faith, so I'm taking a shot on them as a dog. Mainly, though, because I think the Yankees should be minus $1.50, and the line looks weird.
This might be the least analytical play I'm ever going to make, but I'm taking the Orioles at the White Sox, not necessarily fading Johnny Cueto. But the Baltimore Orioles are visiting the Chicago White Sox for a night game, a Thursday night game. And when I was a boy, my dad would take me and my older brothers to the first Orioles night game he could every single year because the middle boy is obsessed with Cal Ripken Jr. and he cheered for the Orioles. And there's a part of my heart that will always love the Baltimore Orioles because my fucking best friend in the world for my entire life has always been talking about the Orioles. And we would go, I'm at this game tonight as a 6-year-old boy, forced to cheer for the Orioles. They're plus 135 against Johnny Cueto. It's like emotions, Cueto, plus 135. I'm hammering the Orioles tonight as a dog of the day, which I lose relentlessly. So if you want to fade me on this one, that's good too. And then let's kick it back to Mintzy for your best bet.
I mean, look, what I know the best is the Ole Miss underdog thing. I went through and made some Major League underdog plays, but I know a lot about this Ole Miss team, and I just Dylan DeLucci's pitching for Ole Miss saved the season. Ole Miss was 7-3 on Friday nights because of him. He pounds the strike zone. He throws low 90s, but his fastball moves a lot. And, I mean, I believe he's going to give Ole Miss a good chance to win the game. And, you know, Connor Nolan for Arkansas is a really good ace too, but I like the fact that he's right-handed, and then Ole Miss has the bullpen edge. So Ole Miss plus 104 is my dog of the day. And what do you say? You're going down with the ship? Well, I'm going down with the sip.
Jack?
All right, so this is just classic me, just Ryan, just whipping
Let's
that
go.
horse that's been good to me all year long. I'm going with my boys. I'm going with the New York baseball Yankees. That I don't make it a rat line, you know, Mitzi. I don't hate that thought. It's absolutely possible. But Tyone this year has just been lights out. And it's so rare to get this team like under minus 130. I think I got 125. They might be like minus 128, 129 range right now. It's just so rare to get this team this low. This team just has something special about them. They really last night, they're down 3-0. Awful. I think Judge is on a little honestly, he wasn't in a slump, but just wasn't hit. I think he had a little home run drought until he had 2 last night. I think he's on a little arbitration fuck you kick right now. Maybe mention him later in the hit parade. If you get the Yankees at home, at this low of a price, I have to take it. It worked for me getting the last series against they were plus money against the Rays a few times or against the Blue Jays. That was just insanity to me. They're 51-18. You're going to give me them under a $1.30. I just have to take it. I have to.
I love it. If you see me looking down, I'm just making sure I don't miss anything from Rico here. I know we're going to get to the hit parade in a second. I'd almost lost. See, because we're filling in for Rico. He does such a good job hosting the show, and I don't want to lose sight of that. This one's silly and stupid. You guys can play with me on this one or not. I'm taking the Padres minus 148. They're super hot. More importantly, though, Joe Musgrove's going. Joe Musgrove's been amazing. I was like, I think I thought he was not nearly as good as he is, and now he's been awesome. And even cooler is that, like, on starting 9, I've had to be like Johnny, like cold email and message and all this stuff. And I was like, hey, like I'll reach out to Joe Musgrove or whatever. Super cool guy. I couldn't have been any nicer and cooler. Probably going to be a future guy. Like, this isn't me being like, yeah, we're buddies, but like in the pantheon of talking to people, it's nice to get a DM back right away that's professional and being like, yeah, that sounds great. Like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So now when I see Musgrove's name, I'm like, who's that easy to cheer for this guy? This is lame, but the Padres are hot and I got some juice. So these are 2 good mojo plays for me. And sometimes, guys, we're in mid-June. Sometimes you got to shake the fucking dice or jerk yourself off as I just did there or whatever you got to do. You got to change it up a little bit. We're going pure mojo tonight. Let's get the hit parade and then extra innings back to Mintzy. Hit parade is very simple, guys. We got or go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm sorry. Who do you have, Ev? It's
Aaron
easy.
Judge.
Yeah.
The arbitration fuck you tour is it's back. It's back. Aaron Judge. When he had 2 home runs, he's streaky guy. When he's hot, he's hot. Aaron Judge, no overthinking. He's been good to me.
Okay, we like Aaron Judge.
I got a big board if you need. Okay, I got one if y'all need it. If y'all
this
need
is
it, I don't know.
a baked prop from Penn we put in.
Okay.
I
got a pick. I got a pick.
Sure, we're almost, but it's a package thing that we're going to put on the exclusives thing that people then can go bet on. So it's already priced.
I was going to put CJ Cron was my pick if you needed it.
If the underwriters are listening to this and they want to include CJ Cron as a 4-man banger on this, now we'll find out. We'll find out at Penn National who's really staying sharp on it. Like, if you really want to pencil it in and get it sharp. What time do the Rockies play, Mincy?
It's too quick. It's 12:10 Eastern. So dude, don't worry about it.
Yeah, sorry, hate to do it to you, Mincy. Too early in the day. We got to get there. We got to get people to market it. I got to go stand in front of a green screen. Have you join me next time? All right, best bet:
sir.
Abreu, Judge, and Altuve. Obviously, we already talked about Judge. Altuve because he's a scumbag playing the Yankees, and I'm just waiting for that. Like, that guy loves playing the Yankees.
He'll probably hit a home run, Carl. He'll probably hit a home run.
That was the easy.
He's a dirty rat bastard. He'll probably hit a home run.
And then Jose Abreu, who has been hot lately. The Orioles their pitching's weak, and the White Sox need to get it going right now. That's a great pick from Rico. So you guys can get that. The price, again, they're still writing the price on that. So I don't have the actuarial degree or the calculators in front of me. What I do have is Ben Mintz in front of me. We're getting extra innings. We have about 2 to 3 minutes here, Mincy. The floor is yours, is like a live mic. I hope you have more live mics to talk to, but right now, get a message, Ole Miss baseball. Why should people be cheering for Ole Miss? What does this mean to you? You got 2 minutes on the clock now.
All right. I was a freshman in fall 2001. I've been in the trenches of this program for 22 years. I mean, this team's been, Ole Miss has had a top 10 to top 20 program almost the entire time. And still, this is only it's been heartbreak after heartbreak. They've lost in 6 super regionals. This is only their second Omaha trip. And this is the closest they've ever been to a first national title in school history. Brandon Walker, Mississippi State, got it last year. There would be no better story for Ole Miss to say F you to State and win it the next year in that rivalry. And I can't say enough. Look, I love college baseball. Everybody knows that about me. I mean, besides the Saints and Ole Miss football, this would be my number 3 overall for sure. The Saints Super Bowl will never be touched. But if Ole Miss won a national championship in baseball, it'd be my second favorite sports memory of all time. That high. And really close to Tim Elko and Kevin Graham on the team. I mean, I'm a season ticket holder left field. We tailgate. We eat crawfish, oysters, fillets. We party in left field. There's nothing I love more than being in left field in Swayze. This means everything to me and our fan base. I know a lot of people aren't as big into college baseball, not knowing the culture, but I mean, this is a real thing. I've been waiting 21 years on this opportunity, literally. I mean, this started when I was 18. I'm 39 years old. So, sports bucket list. I'm anxious. I'm edgy, but I also believe in this team, and I believe in Dylan DeLucia. And a lot of positive things have happened the last 2 years since I've been hired at Barstool. And if Walker and State get to win it last year, why not us? What better place than this? What better time than now? Hell yeah, damn right.
Have you asked Dave Portnoy if he's making the championship series?
I asked him before about Omaha. I was like, Dave, I kind of asked him, I'm like, because I know Lane Kiffin might be out here, and Dave loves Lane. And Dave said before he wants to do pizza reviews with Lane. I was like, Dave, Omaha with Lane, come on. He's like, nah, man, I'm not making it. So
yep,
I tried.
All right,
I tried.
Last thing, the boys, the group chat's blowing up. I'm like literally my phone's buzzing. Everybody wants to hear it. Give us a hottie toddy on the way out.
Oh man, I've been going so hard on those this week.
Got one more,
yeah,
Mincy.
damn right.
Dig deep, Mincy.
No,
Dig
come on,
deep.
let's go,
Dig,
Mincy.
you want a
Dig
big
deep,
one?
Mincy.
No, I want
You want a
Let
huge
one
one?
rip.
Oh god,
I
Let's
know
go.
you got
Throw
one.
down,
Mincy.
Mincy.
you want
I know
one
you
for my
do.
balls, Ev?
Yeah, throw
Yup,
down.
I do.
Hell yeah! Damn right! Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who the hell are we? Hey, flip, bip. Ole Miss, by damn. Woo! Woo! Let's go.
Ole Miss plus 104. Hot Ice Hit Parade's going to be out later. We love you, Rico. Everybody, go follow our stuff. We'll be back. We'll be back next Tuesday. Let's go, Ole Miss. We'll be celebrating national
Go Ole
championship.
Miss. Go Reds.
Let's
Go
go.
Reds.
Until then.
Dude.